Breaking news, Arsenal's crisis, Arteta's surprise onslaught, and Liverpool's missed start. Welcome to LFC Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Arteta confirms Arsenal crisis could force shock lineup versus Liverpool. Mikel Arteta has cast serious doubt over the availability of three key players ahead of Arsenal's pivotal clash against Liverpool. Bukayo Saka, Ricardo Calafiori and Jurrien Timber could all miss the game at the Emirates on Sunday. Captain Martin Odegaard remains out with an ankle injury while defender William Saliba will be suspended after he was sent off against Bournemouth last weekend. These problems could give the Gunners' boss a real headache when it comes to choosing his squad to face Arne Slot's side, who currently sit top of the Premier League table and are 4 points ahead of Arsenal. Two teenagers could start for Arsenal. In his pre-match press conference, Arteta was asked whether teenagers 18-year-old Miles Lewis-Skelly and 17-year-old Ethan Nwaneri were in contention to start on Sunday. "They are there, they are in contention," said Arteta per Arsenal's website. "They're always giving us the option and the possibility to start the game. Miles came on the other night and he did really well, Ethan the same. So they're first-team players, they're with us and we treat them and we value in the same way as any other player." There has been a lot of hype surrounding the youngsters. Both players emerged from the Hale End Academy as two of Arsenal's most promising talents in recent years and have each made occasional appearances for the first team. Will Arteta put faith in the teenage duo? Arteta made history by giving Nwaneri his Premier League debut against Brentford 2 years ago, making him the league's youngest ever player aged 15 years and 5 months old. Since then, Arteta has continued to offer Nwaneri opportunities off the bench, gradually easing him into the first-team environment. Meanwhile, Lewis-Skelly made a surprise senior debut off the bench in a challenging away fixture against Manchester City, demonstrating Arteta's willingness to trust him in high-pressure situations. When asked if the young pair could play without fear if selected, Arteta expressed confidence that they would rise to the occasion and deliver. "That's certainly something that they don't feel much, especially those two," Arteta said, "and that's something really positive. It brings the crowd together as well. It creates energy in the team, does something really good. It's about, yes, thriving in the best moment, with the right players around you, which is something really important as well." Mikel Arteta does not sound impressed by Arne Slot's work. Liverpool face another massive test on Sunday as they travel to the Emirates. Though, it won't quite be the best Arsenal side, they're battling several injuries, and the suspension of William Saliba, which arguably makes them underdogs on their own ground. Liverpool, certainly, will fancy their chances of winning a major scalp. The Reds have been fantastic this season, after all. 11 wins from 12 in all competitions and sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League. Not bad for Arne Slot's first few months in charge, but it sounds as though Arsenal's Mikel Arteta feels it's not a big surprise that Liverpool are doing well. Slot inherited a hell of a squad, you see. Mikel Arteta on Arne Slot. Arteta does make it clear that Slot has had an influence on Liverpool. This isn't a case of the Arsenal boss believing the Dutchman hasn't done anything at Anfield. "Yes, he's been very good," he told a press conference on Friday. "They're obviously in a really good moment, they're on a great run and you can see the touch that he's given to a team that was already very strong, but you can see his fingerprints on that team. He makes one thing clear, though, he was given a team that was very strong." It's something he goes on to reiterate after being asked if Liverpool's start has surprised him. "No, I'm not surprised, because obviously the team that they have, the infrastructure they already have and the individuals that they have and because he's really a good manager," said Arteta. He has inherited a team that is already very successful and he's giving it his touch to maintain that and to evolve that. Probably he believes it's the right way to do it. Obviously, from the beginning, when you look at that squad, you think they're going to be right in the mix. Arteta doesn't seem impressed. Slot did inherit a very good squad, there's no question there. Liverpool finished third last season and looked like contenders at times, but even as fans, we're surprised at this start. This is literally the best start Liverpool have ever had in all competitions. And Slot has done it without any real additions to his squad. The only summer signing was Federico Chiesa and he's started one EFL Cup game. It's a surprise Liverpool didn't sign brilliant star to replace Mo Salah. Now it's too late. Recently, however, the Merseyside club has turned its attention to more cost-effective options from European leagues, as negotiating within the Premier League has become increasingly challenging. Players who are proven performers in England often see their price tag increased and can become a popular target for numerous clubs, making the competition for signatures increasingly more difficult. Liverpool should have signed Elias. One player who was hot on the market in the summer was Mikel Arteta. The Frenchman was linked to several clubs in England but ended up opting for a £50 million move from Crystal Palace to Bayern Munich. The Reds had their eye on the 22-year-old but ultimately decided against pursuing the due to the complex release clause in his Palace contract, which was worth £60 million, with the sale divided up between Palace, Elias himself and another of his former clubs, Reading. However, Liverpool legend Dietmar Hamann believes Liverpool should have done more to bring the player to Merseyside. "I'm very surprised no one picked him up in England. If anyone was to replace Mohamed Salah, it would be Mikel Arteta," Hamann told Flash Score. "Should Liverpool reconsider? He's a brilliant player, he can score goals and create. Bayern won't want to lose Elias, but I won't be surprised if teams like Liverpool or Manchester United offer a big fee for him," added Hamann. Elias has had a brilliant start to life at Bayern, scoring 4 goals and getting 2 assists in the Bundesliga already this season. If Salah had chosen to leave in the summer, the Reds would have probably kicked themselves for not bringing Elias to Anfield. Luckily, the Egyptian forward chose to stay. It was definitely worth keeping Salah, who is flying for the Reds this season, racking up 14 goal contributions across all competitions so far and becoming joint 9th in the all-time PL goal scorers list. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.